What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my Atlanta Falcons Madden 23 franchise rebuild. Last week, we had a very disappointing loss to the New Orleans Saints after Desmond Ridder had his arguably worst start since, starting for the Atlanta Falcons, as he had a lot of overthrows and did not help his case to remain the starter of the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the max amount of wins we can get this year is 4, as we are on week 16 with 3 games left. So the absolute best we can do, and I have not looked ahead of the schedule, but we're playing the Ravens this week, but in a sense, the max amount of wins we can get is 4. So the worst pick we're going to get is 5. Unless my math's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we're already locked to get a top 5 pick. And I do believe that one of Harold or Garfield is going to be there. So even if we win out, Ridder may be too late to save his job. Now, as we've mentioned in past videos, Ridder does have that QB of the future tag, so that could potentially get us a lot of value if we do trade him. So yeah, if Ridder wants to save his job, he's going to have to win out and hope other teams don't draft those 2 quarterbacks. Now, we're obviously going to be looking at other quarterbacks, so that'll be a conversation down the line, but we're going to have to see. This week we have the Baltimore Ravens, who have 9 wins. I'll change it back to see where they are. Ravens 12th in the NFL. Let's see where they are in the AFC. They're fighting for a playoff spot. The Bengals have it clinched. So if you're coming from my Instagram page, then let's go Bengals. But yeah, Ridder's really going to have to fight for his job and also need a little luck down the road. Like I said, we're playing so we don't play any of the teams who are in the bottom 5 with us. So for Ridder, he's going to need the win out and hope those other teams lose as well. We do not at all have an easy schedule. We face back-to-back mobile quarterbacks with Lamar Jackson this week and then Kyler Murray next week. Then we play the absolute GOAT, Tom Brady, in the last game of the season. So it is absolutely not looking good at all. This week, we have one of the best tight ends in the league in Mark Andrews. And yeah, Baltimore just essentially outranks us everywhere. Actually, we do average more pass yards per game, which is very surprising. I shouldn't say very surprising. Lamar Jackson is not, I don't want to say not a throwing quarterback, but he's a very good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. Even as a Bengals fan, I think he's absolutely a top 10 quarterback in the league. I just want to state that. Obviously, the Ravens have a very dominant rushing offense with number 2 in the league with just about 160 yards per game. Their defense giving up about 24 points per game, and with their offensive style, that is very fitting. They have the number 10 defensive in terms of pass yards. We have the number 2, which if Madden was a bit more realistic, that should not be the case, but I'll take it, I guess. And they have the number 8 defensive rush yards per game, while we have the 15. The core of our offense does evolve around Cordell Patterson, so that will be interesting. So we're just going to have to see. And Ravens are fighting for a playoff spot, so we have a chance to play spoiler. So let's see what the media has to say about that. Oh, nope, it's assistant GM who wants to talk. I know this season hasn't gone exactly the way we wanted it, but it's important to remember that we just phoned something. I apologize for that. If you guys want to read all of that, you can go ahead and press pause. But yeah, beating the Ravens this week can absolutely boost our roster. And we'll take another quick look at the playoff picture. The Bengals still at 1. And yeah, it looks like looks, at least on the AFC side, it looks exactly the same. And yeah, it looks like, if I'm wrong here, please let me know in the comments. On the NFC side, it looks just about the same, but it looks like the San Francisco 49ers are a solo win of the year, and the Green Bay Packers switched from last week. And obviously, we're not making the playoffs. We're fighting, well, I don't know if fighting is necessarily the right word, but we're in contention for the number 1 overall pick. So will we be able to make another ridiculous upset? Obviously, our win against the 49ers was an obvious outlier. But, we're going to be trying to get another win. And I just made a really dumb mistake of not checking on the goals. We need as much franchise points as possible. But with that being said, let's get this game started. I'll see you all on the field. And Q is going to kick it off to start this game. He kicks it right to the goal line, so it's going to be taken out of the end zone. He's going to attempt to cut it back to the right. Not a smart decision, and he only gets it to the 19-yard line as Lamar Jackson passes this game off with a first down completion to Mark Andrews. Lamar now a little shuffle pass, and he is brought down only for a gain of 1. Handoff to J.K. Dobbins. He is finding nowhere. Gain of 0, 39 for the Ravens. And Lamar trying to throw it to Mark Andrews, threw it behind him. There was multiple Falcons defenders on the spot, so that's going to cause a punt. Cordell Patterson breaks the tackle on the punt, and he's brought down at the 29. Rare chance for the Falcons to take an early lead in this game. Sort of handoff to Cordell Patterson. Patterson has space. Going to take it past the 40. He's going to be tackled right at the 28-yard line. What a tremendous rush to start this game now. Ritter with time finds Drake London on the slant. Nice throw. That is good for a first down. Just like that, the Falcons are inside the 10. Handoff Patterson. Patterson powering forward, and that is a quick touchdown for the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons have an early 7-0 lead as Lamar starts his with play action. He's going to try and run it up the middle. Good job by the rookie to stop him for only 2 yards. Now handoff Dobbins. 3rd and 5 for the Ravens again. Now Lamar time finds a wide open Mark Andrews over the middle. 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens looking to get into a groove and tie this game up, but nothing happening there. Deion Jones brings on J.K. Dobbins. Now Lamar throwing a screen, and that is blown up. They're going to lose 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 15 for the Ravens. Lamar with plenty of time, and it looks like he will reach the completement. That is a first down for the Falcons, for the Ravens. Poor job by the Falcons defense there for spinning, but this time they were all over it. 2nd and 14, and again they try that play, but it does not work. Now, Lamar Jackson threw it off his back foot, but still threw it perfectly, and that's what makes him such a threat. 2nd and 2 now for the Ravens. Handoff to J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins has plenty of space, and he brings it inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 9. Another handoff to J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins finding nowhere to go now, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Falcons up 7-0, but Ravens looking to score as Lamar has a lot of running room, and he is tackled into the touch end zone. Looks like he probably just could have ran in there with no contact, but they get the touchdown in. Desmond Ritter immediately throws an interception. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And just like that, the Baltimore Ravens have the lead. Now handoff Cordell Patterson. Patterson takes it for about 10 yards, and that is good enough for a first down. Patterson cuts it up the middle. That's good for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 now. Slant to Drake London. That is completed. Falcons are now in Baltimore territory. Handoff. Patterson. Patterson bounces off a few tackles. Takes it for a gain of 7. Finds a wide open Bryan Edwards who breaks his tackle off the slant. It's going to be another first down from the 28 on the toss. Patterson has plenty of room. The juke doesn't work, but he takes it for a gain of 14 yards.
First and 10 from the 12, handoff to Patterson. Patterson powering forward for a gain of 10, second and inches. And Desmond Ridder finds a wide open Bryan Edwards, and the Falcons have tied this game back up. Now the handoff to J.K. Dobbins starts to drive with a gain of 5 yards. Option to Lamar. Lamar trying to cut it back inside, gain of 2, third and 3. Handoff to J.K., and that's going to be close, and he did not get there. The Falcons are causing another punt. Let's see if Patterson can get a big return, looking to cut it outside. Not able to get the edge as he is tackled at the 34. Patterson takes it for a few yards, second and 6. Ridder timing a very bad overthrow to Kyle Pitts gives the Ravens the ball again, and 2 really poor throws from Desmond Ridder that have really gifted the Ravens with prime opportunities, second and 11, as the Falcons defense were not preparing to be out there, and that ball is tipped and caught. What horrible luck for the Falcons. That's also the 2-minute warning. Falcons defense looking to hold strong here before half, and that's just what they'll do. Interception. And he is tackled in the end zone. The Falcons have a chance to get the lead before half, going deep. Threw a 50-50 ball for Drake London, incomplete. If you're the Falcons, you don't hate that call. And a risky throw on third down. But he hits Bryan Edwards on third down. And he's going to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone. Touchdown. Edwards won the one-on-one route on the corner route. He broke the tackle, no safety help, and then brought it to the end zone. Falcons up by 7 with under a minute and a half left in the half. And Lorenzo Carter forces a fumble, and Lamar Jackson's going to fumble, picked up by Deion Jones, 10-5 touchdown. And just like that, the Falcons are up by 2 possessions just in the span of like 15 seconds. What a remarkable turnaround now. The Ravens, let's see what they do to end half now. As they're calling a timeout, it looks like they may try and score, but they don't have a lot of time, especially with those dink and dunk passes. Third and inches with 1 timeout, 55 seconds left. Lamar Jackson with time, a lot of time. Eventually going to run, and he is going to be sacked. And now it is the Falcons calling a timeout, potentially looking to increase the lead by more before half, but if they do, they don't have a lot of time. Patterson going to get the bunnies, going to cunt it outside, and he has a bit of a gap there. He's brought down at their own 49. They just need a first down before they're in field goal range, and that is caught. First down, timeout to Damiere Byrd. Falcons can get another timeout or first down timeout, but that is underthrown and will be intercepted. Desmond Ridder, 3 interceptions this half. As that is completed, the Mark Andrews, that will get them down to the 35, but they don't call a timeout. What a horrible mistake by the Ravens. And while the Falcons have a 14-point lead, both teams making crucial mistakes. And Tucker's going to kick it into the end zone. Falcons going to take a knee. And Ridder needs to be better this drive about turnovers. A few of those were our fault, but at the end of the day, Ridder needs to lead his receivers better. But that was a great slant to start the half. Now handoff to Cordell Patterson. Patterson tackled for no yards, second and 10. And Ridder's going to throw another interception. You've got to be kidding me. And he is brought down at the Falcons' 45. Ravens have a territory to make this back into a 1-possession game right when the Falcons had a chance to make it a 3-possession game. And mistakes from Ridder, like that from Ridder, are just horrible. Now 2nd and 8. He's going to get it to Andrews, who looks like he got the first. Oh, no, he didn't. 3rd and inches. Now Lamar Jackson, play action, time, and he's going to complete it. First down. Falcons looking the score. And a handoff to Dobbins, but looks like it's coming back due to holding. Indeed, it will be. It should be 1st and 15 for the Ravens. Another read option. Lamar not finding much. That is good for a gain of 1. Now, handoff. And he has the outside corner, but he is not fast enough as Deion Jones catches up. 3rd and 3. Now Lamar looking to run, and he is going to get sacked, and he is going to fumble. Picked up by Lorenzo Carter. I believe he was hit by Deion Jones. And both of the teams turning over the ball like it is nothing. 2nd and 8 from the 5. That is going to be a 2-yard run. 3rd and 6. Ritter with time, and that is going to be a safety. And another massive mistake from a team's offense. It is now 28-16 with 3 minutes left in the half. There is a flag legal block in the back on the Ravens. Falcons will obviously accept. So it is now 2nd and 6 after the incompletion. Handoff to Dobbins, and Dobbins has a lot of great in front of him. Shoestring tackle, and the Ravens have it at the Falcons 21, and that's going to be another first down. And the Ravens are inside the red zone. Lamar Jackson keeps it. He is taking his sweet old time, and he is going to get tackled at the 1. Looks like he doesn't have a ton of energy left. 1st and goal from the 1. Lamar Jackson, read option. He is going to lose 3 yards on that. 2nd and goal. Now, this time Lamar Jackson hits his man, and it is now going to be a 1-possession game, 28-23, as Falcons are looking to get another touchdown and perhaps put this game away. Handoff Patterson, 3 yards, 2nd and 7. That will be the end of the 3rd quarter, and the Falcons finally get their 2nd win of the year. Let's see, Ritter's going deep, and he misses Bryan Edwards. And that 3rd down is almost intercepted, and the Ravens are going to have a chance to take this lead back. 1st and 10, Lamar finding a rhythm. That is back-to-back first down throws. Lamar, option, cutting it outside. He has a first down. He has more. He's brought down at the 30-yard line. Handoff, Dobbins. Dobbins cutting it up. Dobbins has space, powers forward for almost a first down. Now another handoff. He is short. Or no, he did get the first down, they say. And that is going to be tipped and intercepted. Finally, a tip that goes in the Falcons' favor. Deion Jones intercepts it, and they will have a chance to expand on this read now. Ritter maneuvering around the pocket, or running away, I should say, but he gets the ball off. Good job by him. He's going deep. And once again, misses his man, yet Cordell Patterson had a step. But this time he finds Drake London in stride. London 15-10, 5, touchdown. Ritter missed a few throws just a few plays ago, but hits Drake London for a touchdown, giving the Falcons a 12-point lead with almost under 5 minutes left. Falcons will have to hurry. Lamar, read option. No success. 3rd and 2. Hand off to J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins is stopped short. Ravens will have to go for this. 4th and 2. And it's another read option, and Lamar stopped short. Ravens relying very hard on the read option there, but the Falcons had it scouted. Now hand off to Cordell Patterson's, a pair of them I should say. 2 of them only go for 2 yards total. But on 3rd down, Ritter finds his man. But there's a bit of a delay of game here. Falcons not getting the snap off in time. So they're actually going to throw it inside of now 2 minutes. 2nd and 15. Now this is a handoff to Patterson. On that first down throw, it looks like they may have had a touchdown, but Ritter missed the pass. On 3rd and 12, they're going to hand it off to Patterson again. The Ravens will call a timeout. Falcons kick the field goal. And still a 2-possession game, but with under 2 minutes left. Falcons are feeling comfortable about this one, but they are not going to feel too relaxed yet, as Lamar is looking to drive them down less than a minute and a half on the their own 40. But Lamar's going to hold on to it for too long, and he's going to get sacked. Now under a minute left. Lamar's going to get sacked again. Oh my goodness. That time it was Deion Jones. 26 seconds left. Let's see what happens. That's just a throw. Incomplete. And not even going for the first down here. He looked a little shaken up, maybe trying to get it out fast. But the Falcons are still passing it. I think they're going to throw it here, and that is going to be caught. I believe that was Cordell Patterson. No, Ritter's missed that throw a few times today. I think the Falcons wanted him to finally hit that. And they do. It was so good for the snap count there. Nobody got hurt. So that should all be considered a win. Falcons have a 45-23 lead. And it looks like one, maybe or two more plays are left in this game. Let's see, Lamar throwing it up. That'll be caught, but that will also end the game. What a dominant win for Atlanta Falcons, 45-23. They just outplayed Lamar Jackson. They made him making many turnovers, and Desmond Ridder did not have one of his better days. Yeah, he threw for a lot of yards, had a few more touchdowns in his on-game average, but he also made a lot of mistakes. Overall, we were just able to outmaneuver, outsmart, and outcoach the Baltimore Ravens, and we'll talk about more of it back at the home screen.
And welcome back to the box score. And man, oh man, oh man, oh man, what an absolute enjoyment of a game. So we're going to take a look at the stats. And Desmond Ridder, let's say, had an interesting game. 423, less than 50% completion rate, 47%. And despite 293 yards and 4 touchdowns, this was another very poor game by Ridder. Now, I'm not going to be stubborn. One of the interceptions were on me. You could argue the other curl route interception was also on me, but I do want to emphasize, since I do have a big ego and like to defend myself, is when I threw the second curl route that ended up in interception, like in past videos, I directed to throw that to the receivers outside, leading towards out of bounds, which did not happen when I threw the ball. So, again, that comes down to the decision, of was that just a Madden thing? Was that Ritter's accuracy being bad? And like we've emphasized in the last few videos, at this point, for Ritter's going to come down to, unless if he absolutely goes off, which he didn't this game despite the yardage, he's probably getting replaced. So we'll have to see. There is a slight chance if he wins the next 2 games, he could potentially save himself, depending on how the rest of the league plays, but it's not looking pretty for him despite the win. He once again missed multiple throws, with the exception of the late Cordell Patterson touchdown throw. He missed so many. And also, I'm curious with the Cordell Patterson throw, was that just a throw he actually hit? Did Madden actually factor in that the game was essentially over and it made the throw easier? I personally don't know. Once again, I apologize. I am still going through some stomach issues, so I'm not at 100%. So please forgive me in that manner. Once again, it's curious. Madden, despite me doing this whole franchise, is still a pretty poor game, so who knows, but it was nice to see him finally hit a deep throw, and also his touchdown throw to Desmond Ridder was an absolute beauty. If you notice his non-air throws, if you play Madden, if you hold down the button, it's more of a bullet pass. If you tap it, it's more of a, sorry, the phrase is slipping me right now, but more of an air pass. If you know, you know. But that throw was great, and he's been really good at seam routes, bullet passes. I mean, we saw it last week with Kyle Pitts. This week we saw Drake London finally getting on the same page with him. So that is very interesting to see. And like I said about a minute ago, at this point with Desmond Ridder, his job's not looking very safe right now. So if we assume we do draft a quarterback, we would potentially want to trade Ridder, because despite my concerns of his overall potential, I still think he'll be a top 15 quarterback in this league. So we could take advantage of that with a quarterback-hungry team. Rushing yards, Cordell Patterson over 100 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, London. And it's mainly his long touchdown. I think he had the long of 80 yards that really carried him. I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please correct me in the comments. But we are absolutely not going to be critical. London had a great game. Edwards 3 for 95, who had 2 touchdowns. Bird 3 for 55, which now that I'm seeing this actually surprises me. I thought he had a bit more. Cordell Patterson, he had the late game touchdown, was kind of useless, but we'll take it. Zacchaeus 10 yards, and Pitts receptions, no yards. Now, to be fair, I did not target him a lot, but when we did, Ritter consistently missed the throws, and we cannot have him missing Kyle Pitts that much. We didn't give up any sacks, I believe. I'll make sure. Yep. Defense, Deion Jones had an incredible game. He had 2 sacks. He had an interception. 3 tackles for loss. 2 pass deflection. No catches allowed. He forced a fumble, and he had a fumble recovery and a touchdown. I mean, just what an absolutely phenomenal game. I am more than convinced he's going to win Defensive Player of the Week, which will also be good because I'll allow him to get some XP and obviously help our team. Q, I think, was 1 for 1. Yes, he was. And, yeah, we had 1 punt with Maggio. 58 yards, a very good punt. That's all on the stats board, and as you remember in the beginning of the video, we wanted to play spoilers, which we obviously did, so let's see what the media has to say. Or, sorry, not media, assistant GM. Well, sorry, assistant GM, but we are not finishing the year as a playoff caliber team. We did beat a playoff caliber team, but that does not change us where we are in the ratings. Desmond Ritter, Cordell Patterson, AJ Terrell all have earned 10,000 extra XP. That is huge. That could, again, I don't think Desmond Ritter's going to be able to play himself out of us drafting a quarterback, but like I said, we could be looking to trade him, and obviously higher XP, the more value we get with trading him. I know that's not as realistic, and I want to make this as realistic as we can. But at the same time, the better a quarterback looks, the more XP you get him. And we earn an additional 10 staff points. That is great to see. Now, just heads up, I'll probably upgrade these players before I start recording the next video, because I'm sure you guys don't care to see me actually upgrade the players. Just a heads up, if you actually guys want to see me do more with player training and upgrading them, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I essentially get like no comments. If I'm lucky, I get 1 or 2 comments. So let me know. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. Please give this video a like. That does me so much wonder. Helps me reach more of an audience. And I'm just trying to grow my YouTube page. So anything helps. Each individual subscribe and like really helps me out. And like I said, give me a comment. Do you think I suck at Madden and I got lucky? If so, let me know in the comments. I truly swear that will not offend me. I want to get as much feedback as I can. If you want to give me any advice at getting better at Madden, like I just said, let me know in the comments. I'll take any advice. But until next time, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.